Aha! When it comes to card sleeves for Magic the Gathering and other standard-sized trading card games, there's a whole world of choices for you to consider. In this video, we will compare and contrast Deck Protector brand sleeves, the 100 count Yanoman sleeves, Ultra Pro's Japanese manufactured glossy sleeves, and the Hareruya brand sleeves, which were produced in collaboration with the one and only KMC. Which of these sleeves best meet your needs, and which should be avoided entirely? Let's take a look. Deck Prot, manufactured by Deck Prot, which bears no other brand information on its packaging other than Deck Prot, can be assumed to offer protection for your deck. The sleeves come in a wide variety of colors and feature glossy backs. However, despite being glossy, the sleeves have a very non-slick surface, which means they do not glide smoothly off one another. This gives them an awful shuffle feel, possibly one of the worst I've encountered. The sleeves are thin, and the tension between them while mass shuffling made me worry some might split. For the same reason, double sleeving is awkward with these, although it can be managed. A few actually did split on me while I was sleeving up one of my decks for testing, and as you can see, they don't even put up the slightest fight for the stretch test. Non-slick surface, terrible shuffle feel, thin and prone to splits. And although it isn't catching very clearly on camera here, the backs are not 100% opaque. I'm afraid these are a solid D. Next up are some original style Yanoman sleeves. Since researching and testing for this video, I have learned that the 100 count sleeves, which I am reviewing here, have actually been discontinued, and there are new 75 count sleeves hitting the market. I want to stress this review and this grade are of the 100 count original style Yanoman sleeves only. The 75 count are apparently manufactured with a different process, and will be featured in my next sleeve review. Now, these are much more what a glossy sleeve should be. Really nice shuffle feel with both a slick front and back surface. The Yanoman sleeves are also very thick, but not obtrusively so. They double sleeve comfortably, and there's a little extra room at their top than most sleeves, but not enough to make it awkward. I actually rather like these a lot. They perform very well in a stretch test, and while I did find in testing that a few split faster than this, I can say from extensive play testing that they are highly unlikely to split during play. Ever so slightly transparent backs are aided by a somewhat reflective surface. Again, I want to stress this is a review of the original Formula 100 count Yanomans. These are a very solid sleeve, and a solid B as well. Ultra Pro has a line of sleeves manufactured entirely in Japan. Does a different factory mean a different kind of sleeve? And does the high standard and expectations of the Japanese marketplace mean we'll see that reflected in the quality here? In a word, no. In several words, I'd rather have the non-Japanese Ultra Pros. While I have expressed issues with the Chinese and American manufactured Ultra Pro sleeves in terms of their being prone to splitting, at the very least they have always had a very good shuffle feel due to their stippled backs. But these Japanese manufactured Ultra Pros are glossy, and the shuffle feel is much closer to that of the Deck Prot than the Yanomans. Now these are not as terrible as those Deck Prot sleeves, although they are nearly as thin, a problem reflected in the fact that their backs are very transparent. Double sleeving is possible, but a bit snug, but nonetheless the shuffle feel on these is less than ideal. Getting back to the backs as it were, the packaging boasts these are ideal for tournament play, except you don't want to be playing with non-opaque sleeves in any kind of serious tournament. And like most Ultra Pro sleeves, they fail the stretch test quickly. Like I said, if given the choice, I would not hesitate to use use the non-Japanese manufactured Ultra Pros, as I prefer the stippled backs over these. Since those standard Ultra Pros have always been a C, these are graded at C-, minus. The backs really are quite transparent. Next up are branded sleeves from one of Japan's leading card shops, Hareruya. I was not at all surprised to learn that these sleeves were developed in collaboration with KMC, because they are of excellent quality. First off is the shuffle feel, which is incredibly smooth and pleasant. For mash shuffling, the sleeves just glide off one another. Again, it's very reminiscent of Hypermats, except with a glossy back. Well, I say glossy, but this is actually a very interesting back. It is illustrated with the Hareruya logo, a gold background with a bright reddish-orange sun. And rather than saying glossy, I think it can be better described as slightly frosted. It's not matte, though. But either way, it's very smooth to the touch. The fronts of the sleeves are particularly clear, and double sleeving feels akin to other KMC manufactured sleeves in that it is perfect. The only problem about these is that I have noticed the backs can become somewhat scratched with extensive play, and of course sloppy shuffling such as my own. The scratching is far from highly visible, as you can see here, but it is present. Nonetheless, these are some of the most impressive sleeves that I've seen in a long time. Manufactured in collaboration with KMC, but not really like anything KMC offers on its own. Hareruya brand sleeves are excellent and an A-. Let's see where these sleeves fall on the big chart. Deck Prot joins the ranks of the Ultimate Guard Metallics, and RFG rounded sleeves at a solid D. Ultra Pro Japanese manufactured sleeves aren't far behind, just barely passable at C-, right along there with Fantasy Flight. The 100 count Yanoman sleeves join Player's Choice and Dex Protection Hypers at a solid B. Very good. And the Hareruya is the first new A-quality sleeve we've seen in a while. Not counting, I suppose, my review of the Dragon Shield mats, which were also just shy of perfection at A-. As always, the grades I give are nowhere as important as the ones you would give these products. Have you used any of the sleeves featured here? Let us know in the comments below what grade you would give these products. I only hope my evaluation and testing has aided you in deciding how best to spend your money on products that you consider to be precious and worth protecting. And in that way, I hope this video has been of some help to you. And this video, like all of my videos, is brought to you by the generous support of viewers who have donated to me through Patreon. Even donations as small as $1 have enabled me to keep this channel going strong. So thank you.